Good afternoon, everyone. Here is the official first content video of this series in English. Health. Health is undoubtedly the most important concept in human life. Yet it is debated so much. This dimension, that dimension, or how it can be achieved, what can we do about it? How should we achieve this and that? And probably one of the most important discussions around health is that we humans tend to forget quite often how important and how crucial, fundamental health is in our lives. There might be several reasons. We might be caught up with work. We might be sacrificing for a loved one. We might be having too much mental struggle so that we forget about health. The list can go on, but I rather call all these as excuses rather than reasons. Because after all, no matter how hard we talk, if we're not doing enough, if we're not acting smart, then it all boils down to excuses. So we tend to forget quite easily, and we must overcome that. And we must not forget how important life is, and actually how it is the most important thing in our lives. Why is it the most important thing? We can take a closer look. Let's imagine when we are unhealthy, what happens? When we are unhealthy, we work poorly. We don't think smart. We don't act properly. We don't live good. We don't feel properly. We don't love decently. If we think for a second, everything we do in our lives, in our daily struggles, it all becomes so much worse. It feels like magic. How can this happen? We can we might in daily life we might find ourselves doing something nonsense, and we can't find the reason. And it is quite probable that most of the times it is related to poor health management. And it is true. Although it might sound magical, most of the times, if something's going on terribly wrong, or like contrary to what is supposed to be, or contrary to how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be done by ourselves, in most times it's related to some lack in our health. So without proper health, we can't do anything properly and enough for a long time. Well, actually we can manage it. It all depends to the person. Some people can do it for a couple of days, weeks, months. Some people can do for a year, for a decade. But one thing is for sure, it is never achievable. Performance, decent life, decent conducting of life and other activities for a long time without constant sustainable health is unachievable. There's no debate around that. There is no counterexample in world history that without proper health you can do things well. No, it is impossible. It is impossible, guys. Let's make this clear. And don't confuse our minds about this. Without health, in the medium or in long run, we fail, we collapse. If we are all good at this, if we all agree on this, then we can improve better. We can go further. So let's do that. Once we establish that, we can then discuss a few other things. How do we achieve that? There are three pillars: sleep, diet, exercise. Sleep. Always sleep early and enough. Diet. Always eat healthy and enough. And last, what do we say? Sleep, diet, exercise. Yeah, exercise, and then exercise regularly and smart. Once we progress considerably on those, then it all becomes much easier. All the other aspects, dimensions, and elements pertaining to health, they all become much easier to manage once we accomplish all those, or once we move forward much on those. Because why? All these things, all these dimensions, actually they point to physical health, and it all starts with physical health. Physical health means good nutrition, proper um, proper cardiological and vascular system, stronger system, meaning much more oxygen and better nutrition pumped into our brain. So if our physical health is strong and stable, our mental state is also better. And then we can become a whole person, strong person, who is able to perform for longer amounts of time and for better endeavors. Once we achieve a better mental state, then it is much more possible for us to work on our mental health. And the more we can move forward with our mental health, it also means a better physical health, because a smarter mind works always in favor of a stronger body. So this and a better physical health means a better mental state. So this would create a positive momentum, which would result in a upward cycle, positive cycle. So health first, guys. Health first. Take care.